to know that you're growing a whole entire human in your womb. And now they're going to be their own person.
Insight from somebody else.
The constant anxiety I have that they will be okay in this world.
They're so sensitive and so fragile.
You get worried. Is he making noise? Is his heart okay? Does he have asthma?
It is impossible for even two people to keep up with it all.
You start to panic. How am I going to manage all of this?
Raising a family today, it's terrifying.
The hardest thing with the new baby was always feeling like there's this clock that's ticking down. Every week that went by, there was another day checking off and checking off and checking off. And it felt like there's a separation coming.
Good morning. My second pregnancy was so tough.
She had been dealing with some symptoms and some concerns.
At 8 weeks, had a scare, weren't sure if I was losing the pregnancy.
And then one Monday night, her water ended up breaking early. That was definitely the scariest moment.
Because the water had broken, I was hospitalized at 32 weeks. And they said, you are in the hospital until you have your baby. 3 days later, I went into labor.
Madeline was born 7 weeks early.
She was 3 pounds, 9 ounces. For the next many weeks, she was hooked up to all kinds of wires and tubes.
And I worked from the hospital that Monday after her birth because I just thought I cannot lose this time with my baby. But I couldn't focus.
And those initial weeks were also full of trauma. We had to adjust to life without the monitors and trust that she was breathing.
I don't know if either of us realized what a burden on our family this would be.
Then neither of us sees anything.
If I imagine having gone back to work 1 week after bringing my brand new baby home, it could not have happened. Not possible. And then I found out that I would get an additional 16 weeks to be with her through Colorado's state family leave program, which completely changed the experience.
Elizabeth was able to combine her benefit to supplement and augment what already was not enough to begin with.
This early birth did not ultimately take away my time to bond with my baby at home. And now we just live these normal baby lives. She smiles and she laughs. Baby chickies. And I feed her in a rocking chair now that I used to be alone in. And I sometimes don't even think about the NICU anymore.
Growing up, I'm like the third or fourth grandchild. I was always around smaller children. So having a child of my own was like amazing.
Looking over at my husband in the delivery room, seeing him whispering to each of our kids and holding them for the first time. You just feel like that protective spirit come over you and you're just like, okay, this is my baby. 3 weeks after having my daughter, I woke up in the middle of the night to make a bottle, and my husband was laying on the couch. When I went to shake him, he's trying to make words, nothing is happening, but his eyes were open.
I couldn't move my arms. I was paralyzed.
I called 911, the ambulance shows up. We're just gonna take him in to see what happened. And then all of a sudden I got a call from the hospital and they were like, your husband just had a heart attack and a stroke and he needs open heart surgery within 24 hours. It kind of felt like I was outside of my body almost because I was still so focused on like, okay, I have a 3-week-old infant and I have 2 other little kids. I'm in a panic mode trying to navigate as a new parent and all these things are happening.
It was just a battle uphill for me. I felt hopeless. I couldn't move, I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk.
I was gonna need to take vacation time, sick time, all of my time. Without paid leave, I don't know what my family would have done to balance taking care of the child and his medical emergency. Seeing that the price of childcare was way more than anything that we could afford. The cost was just astronomical. I probably would have had to leave my job. I can't see myself taking that much of unpaid leave and still having to take care of my bills and all of our other expenses.
Exactly.
That's what got me into becoming an advocate for paid leave.
I came here today because I want to raise my voice and continue to create lasting change for our families and our communities.
There were so many things she had to go through in that time, essentially taking care of 4 children at a time because I couldn't do things for myself.
I'm very grateful to have the 6 weeks that I've had because this is not in every state.
The overall importance to me is that extra time that people get to heal.
The law passed in 2020 that makes it 12 weeks. I'm a little jealous that I wasn't able to take those additional weeks as well. But to be able to be home, to heal, to bond, to laugh, to cry, I'm very thankful that he's here and that he's healthy. I want other parents to have the paid leave to be able to experience those joys of having those connections and being at home with their child. And they don't have to feel like they're seeing that image of that calendar or they're hearing that clock that's ticking down.
Push. Yay! Say hi to Kamara. Hi. I'm videotaping you. Say hi to Kamara.
Hi. I hope the boat's on.